Bonjour.
Bonjour, chef.
Bonjour, class. How y'all doing?
Bonjour.
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 I like your background. That's cute.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so proud of y'all. Y'all so silly.
Thank you.
What?
Bonjour, bonjour,
Miss
bonjour.
Peggy, why when you say bonjour, you gotta do all that?
I do. I have to bring it to you.
This is Cooking and Learning with Care segment with Chef Destiny and
Chef Aja.
And we are glad to be here today with you on a Friday. We made it through the week.
Yes, we do.
Yes. We had our mass exercise class this morning and it was awesome. They really worked our butts out for 30 minutes. It was good. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Aja, if you're ready.
I am.
Spotlight you.
All righty. Good morning again, everybody. Hope everybody's
Good morning. And
beautiful Friday.
yes.
I wanted to start once again, as we're doing Black History Month, I wanted to start off with a quote by renowned poet, author, and activist, Nikki Giovanni. She says, "Style has a profound meaning to Black Americans. If we can't drive, we will invent walks, and the world will envy the dexterity of our feet. If we can't have ham, we will boil chitlins. If we are given rotten peaches, we will make cobblers.
I'm in.
If we are given scraps, we will make quilts.
Hold on 1 second, Aja. Somebody needs to mute their phone. All right, thank you.
All right, I'm gonna start it over. Style has a profound meaning to Black Americans. If we can't drive, we will invent walks, and the world will envy the dexterity of our feet. If we can't have ham, we will boil chitlins. If we are given rotten peaches, we will make cobblers. If we are given scraps, we make quilts. If you take our drums, we will clap our hands. We prove that the human spirit will prevail. We will take what we have to make what we need. We just need confidence in our knowledge of who we are." That was by Nikki Giovanni. I thought that was a great quote to tie into what I'm going to talk about today, and that's Black restaurant owners and Black women chefs and their contribution to the world, but specifically the Americana cuisine. That is American food that people are associated with American food. You can pretty much go anywhere in America and find a version of fried chicken, stewed chicken, chicken biscuits, chicken and waffles, greens with smoked meat, usage of the black-eyed pea, etc. And those are all food that was created by Black chefs, okay, that is now closely associated, if not associated, with American cuisine. These foods were showcased to the mainstream through Black-owned restaurants, okay? So I'm just gonna give you 5 Black-owned restaurants that have been in business for over 60 plus years, some of them 100 plus years, okay? According to Black Business, Jones Barbecue Diner in Arkansas was created in 1910. It is still in existence today in 2021. Patillo's Barbecue is another restaurant that is 100 plus years old, created by owner and chef Robert Patillo. The Four Way is a soul food restaurant in Memphis, Tennessee, opened in 1946. It was credited for being Dr. Martin Luther King's favorite restaurant in Tennessee. Sylvia's. Some of us may have heard of Sylvia's. It was created by a woman named Sylvia, a single mom of 3 who relocated from South Carolina to Harlem, New York. Her restaurant is still in existence today. And last but certainly not least, Ben's Chili Bowl, created in 1958 in Washington, D.C., still in existence today. I just wanted to shout those restaurants out just to get it in our mind. Because, with coronavirus and everything that's been going on, just think of how many mom and pop restaurants that you may or may not know that weren't able to make it through, unfortunately, through coronavirus. So to me, it's a remarkable feeling to know that there are these restaurants out here that was able to survive the political climate, from Jim Crow to segregation to civil rights movements. And these restaurants were able to stand the test of time. So I want to just give kudos to these restaurants and the restaurant owners and the families that kept these restaurants in their family and pressed ahead and still are in business today. A black woman chef that I believe all of us should know. Her name is Edna Lewis. I'm not sure if any of y'all have heard about her. This was my first time hearing about her when doing research preparing for this class. She brought the Southern cuisine to American food. She was known as the Grande Dame or the Grand Doyenne of Southern cooking. She's known as the Southern Julia Childs. She was the head chef in 1949 of Cafe Nicholson, a restaurant located on the east side of Manhattan. It became a staple to the likes of Eleanor Roosevelt, Marlon Brando, Greta Garbo, and they all came to taste her Southern food like shrimp and grits, fried chicken and waffles, her sweet potato casserole. She's a James Bearded Living Legend Award recipient in 1999. Her contribution was paid. They honored her on the Bravo TV show Top Chef, where they had to recreate an Edna Lewis type style dish. And like I said, she introduced the shrimp and the grits, the jams, preserves to American culture. If you want to read more about her, you can check her information out on womenshistory.org. But her name is Edna Lewis. She passed in 2006. Okay. A Black renowned chef who is currently alive. Her name is Mashama Bailey, the owner of the Gray and the Gray Market, a restaurant based in Savannah, Georgia. So if you ever take a trip to Savannah, I encourage you to check this restaurant out. It's called the Gray and the Gray Market in Savannah. And she had a great quote that I came across when I was researching her, just wanted to share it as well. She says, I used to think the skills my mother and grandmother had were small and insignificant because the world taught me that Black food was small and insignificant. But now I realize what we contribute to food in America is vast. So hopefully some of this information that I shared with you, let you just know, which some of us probably already know, the vast contributions, the great contributions that Black chefs and Black business owners and Black restaurant owners contributed to American society. Are there any questions about the information that I shared today?
Very interesting.
All right.
So I'm sorry, the restaurant that's in Savannah, Gray and Gray Market.
Yes, ma'am. It's called the Gray and the Gray Market.
The Gray, okay, thank you.
You're welcome. That's all I have today, Chef.
All right, y'all ready for hot tips and hot hacks with Brenton and Shawanda?
Yes.
All right, Shawanda.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
How's everyone going so far?
All right.
And here's my food tips for you. One, when making grilled cheese, make sure that the bread, the butter, and the cheese are at room temperature to ensure even toasting and melting. Two, if over salting something such as soup and stew, did you know that you can throw a potato into the pot? It'll suck up all the salt and it won't leave it over salted. Three, sprinkling pepper onto strawberries makes them taste like strawberry flavored candy. 4, while making an Indian dish, cook ingredients in this order: onions, garlic, ginger, tomatoes, and spices. It is based upon the time required in cooking them. And 5, salt should never be added to eggs before cooking. Always add at the end because it will dull their color and ruin their texture.
Oh, shit. What the hell?
This is a PG show.
Chef, you crazy.
All right, Brandon, you ready? I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm ready, guys. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday to you all.
Happy Friday.
Thank you.
Morning.
I have three cooking tips, and I also have one cooking hack for you all. The first cooking tip is cook with a 1-to-1 ratio of butter and oil. So basically, if you cook and you use butter and oil, kind of use the same amount of both. Okay. The second tip is to cut the ends of onions, tomatoes, and cantaloupe. This helps to flatten them when you want to cut them on the cutting board. Okay. Number 3, when baking, only mix all ingredients until they're incorporated. Basically, you don't want to over mix. You don't want to over stir it, the ingredients when you're baking, because if you do, it's gonna make it real tough and it's gonna be hard to bake then. So basically, you just want to stir and mix it until all the lumps are out. Okay. All right. And the cooking hack is microwave oysters for 10 to 20 seconds to make them easier to open.
I didn't catch that last part.
The hack was microwave oysters for 10 to 20 seconds to make them easier to open.
So you just put them in a plate, not in water. Just put them in a plate and microwave them.
And microwave them, yep.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Brenton and Shawanda.
You're welcome.
Yay.
So today what I want to go over is, first we're going to do the national days of February from the 1st up until now. So on February 1st, it was National Baked Alaska Day, National Freedom Day. That means freedom from slavery. National Get Up Day, National Serpent Day, and National Texas Day. February 2nd was National Heavenly Hash Day, National Tater Tot Day, and of course, National Groundhog Day. What did the groundhog say? I don't know, because I don't.
We're gonna have 6 more weeks of bad weather, cold weather.
All right. February 3rd, National Carrot Cake Day, National Day, the Music Died Day. Anybody know what that is? Because I didn't know music died.
The day the music died.
National Missing Persons Day, National Women's Physician Day, National Girls and Women in Sports Day. February 4th was National Create a Vacuum Day. So kudos to who created the vacuum. National Hemp Day, National Homemade Soup Day, National Thank a Mail Carrier Day. Oh, that's nice. Optimist Day. And for today, now this is a trip, y'all, but I didn't make it up. This is what it said. National Shower with a Friend Day.
Oh, okay.
Now, I don't know who came up with that one. All right. It's also National Weather Persons Day. It's the World Nutella Day. Of course, National Red Red Day. And it is also Bubblegum Day.
say chew bubble gum today. Okay.
Yeah, chew you some bubble gum. All right. So to go along with the heart healthy topic, for National Wear Red Day is for cardiovascular disease awareness. And for a heart healthy diet, you need plenty of nutrient rich foods like fruit, veggies, whole grains, lean poultry, and fish, and avoid saturated fats, trans fat, and excessive sodium and sugar. You want to opt for a low fat dairy diet as well, and drink plenty of H2O, and also have portion control. And make sure you exercise, but aim for 150 minutes weekly of moderate physical activity or 75 minutes of vigorous activity each week. Right now I'm going to show y'all a video. Now, in early on when I was living here in Georgia, I did a lot of cooking for people. Like I was always cooking, having get-togethers and all that. And they called me the Black Rachel Ray. That's what that set of friends called me. So I'm gonna show y'all the real Rachel Ray on Dr. Oz, her video about a heart healthy diet. I also want you to note down to look up for yourself. It's called the 7-Day Heart Healthy Meal Plan. And that's what you type into the Google, 7-Day Heart Healthy Meal Plan. And it's gonna bring you a list of heart healthy meals that you can plan for to help you with your heart healthy meals. So we're gonna get into the video.
They make your mouth water.
Can everybody see?
Dishes from the Heart Health
Yes.
Mediterranean
Yes.
Diet. And today, you're going to learn how to make them in record time because the queen of the kitchen is here. You know, and the reason I love the Mediterranean diet is not just because of the taste. I love the fact that it lowers your risk of heart disease.
That's right.
I love the fact that it helps your brain function. And because of all that, you live longer.
That's right.
You get to be 84 and look beautiful and have everything intact and your heart's
be
healthy.
able to have a conversation. Exactly. You have a lower rate of dementia if you eat diets like these.
I still love when my parents give me a hard time. It means they got it. They're sharp.
That's right.
stuff.
That's right. I'm
All right.
afraid of my mom when she's 84. She could take me easily.
But here's the problem that I'm hearing, and I'm not sure you're hearing it from your guests, but I suspect as well. Everyone likes the Mediterranean diet conceptually, but they're not sure they can actually follow it. They don't quite know how to make it an automated part of their life.
Right.
So you, even in upstate New York, and in Cape Cod, you can figure out how to do it. So today, Rachel and I are going to do something that we've never done before. We're going to simplify how to stock your pantry. So all you've got to do, ready?
Okay.
Ta-da.
Ta-da. I don't want to knock anything over.
We'll give this to you in your pantry, add a couple of fresh ingredients to someone you're hungry, and you're golden.
Right. I really believe that the building blocks are very simple, and there are quicker alternatives to these. Like in my family, we always bought dried grains and beans, but you soak them overnight and you have to have the time to cook them. Of course, you can get all of these in cans, so your quick go-tos when you come home are olive oil, of course.
Yeah, actually, like I said, this is...
Yes. The most essential ingredient.
Yes, not surprisingly, her favorite ingredient, I think probably mine as well. So if this is number one on the pantry list.
Number one has to be olive oil.
Plus, it's practical. If we start with olive oil as our staple, come on over here.
Okay.
Let's talk about the dollar stretchers.
All right, now, this is very important.
Yeah, but I don't want you all thinking you can't afford the Mediterranean diet.
You
it's not
can.
some shishi thing. We're talking about white beans and canned tomatoes and farro, simple stuff.
Right. Grains, all grains, when you buy them in the grocery store, they're going to cost you more in a package than they would in bulk bins. So start in your bulk food section. Whenever you're shopping for any ingredient for whatever diet you're following, always shop high and low and never in the middle. The middle, those are the slotting fees that are paid. Your best bargains will be on the top and the bottom shelves, and you always compare unit price, not the price on the package. Compare unit of measure price. Now, dried beans and grains, okay, pearl barley, farro, chickpeas, white beans, borlotti beans, all of these you can get an equivalent in a can or even partially cooked in pouches. If you have very little time, you can pay for that convenience. You can still get very inexpensive canned beans if you don't have time to cook them. But the point of these is high protein, high fiber, nutrient dense. All of these things can give you great nutrition for no money. If you're going to buy canned tomatoes, buy the best price. If you're going to buy Italian tomatoes, this San Marzano thing that everybody's crazy about, make sure you're not getting ripped off. Tomatoes are great for you, great for your body, great for your mind, but make sure you're not getting ripped off. So many companies will trick the consumer by using San Marzano in the name of the product, but if you look on the back, if it doesn't say DOP or made in Italy, it's not. Right, it's a domestic tomato that you're simply being overcharged for.
But once again, at a high level, this can already be in your pantry.
These are your go-tos. You come home and you always have something you can make for dinner between grains and beans and olive oil and tomatoes and garlic. You can make a million meals out of that. You know what I mean?
Medically sound. Now,
medically sound.
Now, after that, you gotta get some fresh ingredients. So Rachel's list includes this all the colors of the rainbow.
I think that when it comes to the produce department, you don't need a multivitamin if you eat the rainbow. And these are foods that activate your brain power, dark leafy greens especially, kale, spinach, all of your dark spicy greens, escarole. One of our first meals as children was minestrone, beans and greens. Those were our first two building blocks, white beans and escarole or kale soup. That was one of your very first meals as a child.
Your parents were having wine meanwhile.
Oh, we were having wine too. That was my first word. It was in my bottle. My grandpa would put water and a little bit of his wine in there. So beets are another one. And you know this, the beet greens you get, but the beets themselves, beets, colorful peppers, so sweet or hot peppers, beets and dark greens, they're all activated by the olive oil. They're fat-soluble nutrients, right?
It helps you absorb it, the lycopene much more powerfully, which is again why, I don't know who thought about this.
Brain power.
Yes.
Right.
And one other point of interest about you. You eat your salads before or after your main course? After.
Always after. You know, it's a digestive thing, quite frankly, but you know, we would put them out on the table at the same time, but we all eat our salad after dinner.
Yeah. I love it. She knows all this stuff. Really, really Mediterranean. All right, last part. Again, the must-have part of the diet, I think, are the proteins and the healthy acids. And we don't get the proteins in the Mediterranean diet the way most of you get them from. So please walk us through this.
You know, another important source of protein and an important, this is a place where I would spend an extra few pennies at the grocery. I like blue or green shell or brown shell eggs. Why? Because white shell farm factory egg, the yolks are pale in color. The shells are thin because the animals are not healthy. And this is another thing that your brain activates better if you're eating a lot of eggs. And eggs are another great source of protein and nutrients for not a lot of money. So eggs and beans and grains, huge part of our diet. And essential in our diet, essential, is fish, seafood. Sardines, my favorite sandwich in life. Fresh seafood. Again, good fats, good for your body, and all kinds of acids. Vinegar and lemon juice, we use a ton to break down animal fats when we do eat it.
One other question. Sardines, which I happen to love as well. Are your mercury levels okay?
I don't know that I've ever checked them. How do you do that?
We could do that later today. But
okay.
I'll tell you why I bring it up. My mercury levels are so high, the State Department of Health wrote me a letter.
Are you kidding?
Yes, because I eat a lot of fish. I found out that sardines, anchovies, they have almost no mercury because they're young fish. So I moved from big fish to small fish.
I love sardines. Yeah. I put them on the grill. I roast them in the oven. Pasta con sarde is one of my favorites. Stale bread and sardines makes me cry. It makes me think of my grandpa.
I remember the little Rachel eating her.
All right. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Did y'all learn something?
Yeah.
Do anybody like anchovies?
I do. I do.
Or sardines?
Yes.
I love sardines.
Yep.
Love sardines.
All right. So they talked about brain health in there. Y'all know last week we did a brain game, and I have another one for y'all. Y'all ready?
No.
Too bad.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so for this game, they're going to show you a variety of pictures. We have to remember the pictures because they're going to ask us questions about the picture. So on here it says, keep in mind the objects on the cards along with their features. Find the card you've seen before, among others. If you name objects or individual cards by focusing on their details, it's easy to remember when you see them again. So here we go. Okay, which card have we seen before?
Either one of those.
I don't remember any of those.
Nope.
Well, oh, well, I picked the right one. Okay, which card have you seen before?
The bottom left.
Bottom left.
All right.
Okay, the bottom
Which
left.
card have you seen before?
Top left.
Top
Right.
left.
Top right.
Top left was right.
Oh.
Which card have you seen before?
The pink
Bottom
bottom
right.
right.
Top left.
Bottom
Pink?
right.
All right. Which card have you seen before?
The first one,
Top left.
the first, yeah,
Correct. Which card have you seen before?
Top
Top right.
top right,
Right top.
Correct. Which card have you seen before?
Bottom.
Bottom right.
Bottom right?
I think.
Bottom left.
It's the bottom left, ain't it?
Bottom
Which
left.
one?
Bottom
Bottom
left.
Bottom
left.
left.
Okay. All right.
No.
Which card have you seen before?
Bottom left.
bottom left,
Bottom left.
Okay. Which card have you seen before?
Top right.
Right top.
Top right.
Which card have you seen before?
Oh, Lord, I don't remember.
Bottom left.
Correct. Good job, y'all. We got them all right. All right. That was excellent. Y'all feel y'all brain, y'all work did good remembering all them. That was a lot of cards to remember. All right, so I got one more video to show y'all before we get out of here. I just thought it was something cute, and to see what other cultures are doing around the world. He's so cute and little.
Look at him toting that big old bowl.
He's a baby chef.
Oh,
Wow. Look at him.
oh my God. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh,
look at that.
wow.
Flowers.
is that a girl or boy?
I think it's a boy,
Okay.
but I was thinking, well, what age did they start teaching them? Right out the womb?
6
Yeah.
months, 3
Wow.
months.
Oh,
What?
Beats.
Oh,
Ah, good.
Oh,
Tasty, tasty.
Oh,
Hey,
oh my.
He ain't done. And look at that pot, how hot it was. He just picked it right up.
That look like a Lowry season sauce put in there. That
I doubt it's Laurie's over there.
logo, the logo on it.
what is that?
it's like tofu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what tofu look like. He just chatted me up. Look at him.
He loved that
say
honey.
something.
Did it say how old he is?
It did not. And he looked about 4 or 5.
It sure does.
Uh,
Lord have mercy.
Now, you know that quote, anyone can cook. Now, this poor little baby can cook. Anybody can cook.
Well, I'll be. Look at that.
And look how perfect they are.
Yes. Oh.
He's doing one
He
more.
not
Neil.
finished.
Not done.
He needing that.
Yeah, he is.
smack them out.
Well, I'll be.
Sounds like little tomatoes.
They look like little figs or little apples or something.
Yeah.
But I just thought he was the cutest little thing.
He is.
And that he did such a good job.
Oh.
Thank you for sharing. Oh,
Okay, Peggy, get to the kitchen.
All right. So glad y'all and hope y'all enjoyed the class today. Hope y'all
Yeah.
learned some things. I want y'all to have a beautiful weekend. Don't forget, next week is our Valentine's Day program, and a little on down in the month is our Black History program. We've got some fantastic things lined up for you today. The quote I want to leave you with today, which I love, one of my cousins posted. It says, fall in love with the process of becoming the very best version of yourself, which is what I plan to do every day. As long as we do that, hey, we good to go. We make mistakes in life, but as long as you strive to be the best, that's all right with me. Love y'all. Have a blessed, safe weekend.
Love you too.
Love you too.
Week.
Love you too. Thank you. It was
You're
great.
welcome.
love you too. Bye, everybody. Have a great